So what you need to do so you don't do burnout. Now, burnout will end your career. Burnout can give you mental health issues. Burnout will make you want to puke if you're literally overworking yourself like that, seizing up the engine, which is your brain. It seizes up your brain and stops you from being able to continue on to work. So what you want to do is... work-life balance. So here's the tips that we have into place. So number one, if you're a new agent, get your schedule, like Shawn, get your schedule into place where you're working 16 hours a day, 7 days a week. See how many you can pack in, and then find out where you have to, where you have to do your laundry, where you have to do your groceries, where you have to do your cleaning. Fit all those pieces of the puzzles in, because a schedule is a puzzle, and it's a changing puzzle, because it always starts changing as your work starts to change and what demands are coming on you, changes of what you'll be doing in a day. The next stage is start to realize when you get to that stage where you can't take a day off, that this is life. This is your decision, and there is no such thing as taking a day off of life. It's not work, it's not family, it's not work-life balance, it's just life balance. There is no work-life balance. You should be in a work mode at all times where you're enjoying whatever you're doing. If someone calls you up and say, hey, I want to list my house, and it's 11 o'clock on a Sunday night, I don't think Sam's gonna go, no, it's 7 o'clock on 11 o'clock on a Sunday night. Why did you call me? Don't ever call me again. He would never say that to a client. I would never. I'd be like, wow, I really appreciate you thinking of me. I mean, you guys must have really made that decision on a Sunday night. I really appreciate you giving me the call. Would you like to book that in a Monday, or is Tuesday better type of mentality? But he's not going to turn it off. He's not going to say no, and he's not going to get upset when someone's calling to say, hey, I want to work with you. It's blessing. It's a blessed situation, right? That we worked our asses off to get to this point where someone will call us at an odd time to say, hey, I want to work with you and I want you to help us, right? That's what they're saying. They want you to help us. So when you understand that's 24 hours a day, 365 days a year, and you just hope that some people understand that you have certain holidays like Christmas, New Year's. But I've gone to listing appointments on a New Year's Eve, and I've negotiated deals on Christmas Day, even though I'm like, I didn't negotiate. The guy called me on Christmas and he goes, oh, listen, I got an offer coming in. Are you going to work? I go, it's Christmas, buddy. Come on. Send it to me tomorrow. And he goes, okay, I'll send it to you tomorrow. Yeah. Which is fine.
Well, you still communicated.
Yeah, I still answered my phone.
Yeah, exactly. That's what matters.
I still answer my phone. So once you get to that point where you are really, so now it's not a made up schedule, you're actually that swamped where you get up and you're going and you go to sleep, you dream about real estate, you get up and you do real estate and you go again. And all of a sudden the days just start going, it's not Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. It's like, what month are we in and what year? What year is this? Did we make it to 2024 yet? And so now you're at that stage where you realize that I'm on 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So what you need to do so you don't do burnout. Now, burnout will end your career. Burnout can give you mental health issues. Burnout will make you want to puke if you're literally overworking yourself like that, seizing up the engine, which is your brain. It seizes up your brain and stops you from being able to continue on to work. So what you want to do is you need to mandatory force yourself to take your long weekends off. Now, luckily here in North America, we're blessed by a long weekend every month, sorry. We're blessed by one every month. So you can be ready, and nothing is actually more motivating, especially in the early stages, to go somewhere, to travel somewhere, to either get to the cottage, get to San Francisco, get to Los Angeles, and you just do the long weekend trip. It means you leave on the Thursday and you come back on the Monday night and you get to work on Tuesday. And we would do this everywhere. We just pack our one little bag, me and Sandra, before we had the little guy, go to New York, go to Miami, we just jump on, go to Las Vegas, and that 4 days or 4 days, and you get out, and once you get, the further you get away from your work location, you can feel the detached, it feels like there's these wireless connections to your brain.
Your emails, nothing?
Well, long weekends,
you do, but you're more calm.
You'll check your weekend, you'll check it, but what I learned to do is I inform them. I inform my clients at the time of listing, at the time that I signed up. I don't work long weekends. I don't do open houses on long weekends, and I advise my team that this is family time. So yes, if you want the work life or family work, and not work life, because work is life, but if you want more time with your family and you don't want to get divorced and you want your kids to know who you are, I would say the long weekends are fantastic, because then it's 24 hours me. You wake up, I'm with my little guy, I'm with my wife. It's 24 hours and you treat them like gold, because you've earned the income to do them, to take them to the fancy race, to do a little extra shopping, to take them to a beautiful show. I mean, we've done the Broadway shows, we've done the restaurants in New York, we've gone into the Central Park where you get on the horse carriage and the rest of it. We've gone into the Empire State But so you get the experience of, it's not like, well, okay, yeah, one day, honey, when my bonus increases and the company, does phenomenal and they decide to give me a large amount of money, or one day when my stocks go up and they stop dropping, because right now, Bitcoin keeps going down and I don't know what to do about it, but I guess we'll just have to delay for another decade. And what you don't realize, in a decade, your life just almost went by there. We only have like 3 or 4 real good, enjoyable decades of life.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, well, it's from your 20 to your 60.
Yeah.
20s go by how fast, and a lot of times you just get wasted. Your 30s, you get into a career and you're just getting your feet started and you work like an animal. Your 40, your kids, marriage, hopefully that goes well and doesn't screw you up, right? And your 50s, you're like getting a little tired. Right? You're like, but hopefully I've traveled the world, I've experienced things, I've done my shopping, I've done all the things that I've ever dreamt I could do while working. Yeah. It's not like I quit work, right? I did it all at the same time. That's because I scheduled those bits in. And so your scheduling of your long weekends, I also recommend taking 2 to 3 week vacations, depending on where you are in your career, during slow season. So the second half of August, take that off if you're in real estate. For other people in other businesses, it would be a different time. And for me, it was from mid-December to the first week of January. I would take that time off as well and go travel and experience the world as well. And travel was always our biggest thing.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think the next time we chat, we could chat about how your sphere of influence could potentially make you feel guilty for working hours that we have to make sure we're reaching our goals. And it could be like your father, it could be mother, it could be girlfriend, it could be a friend, best friend. Say, what are you working for? Come on, we haven't seen you on a Friday night, on a weekend. And it does impact if you're not under, in my opinion, a mentorship or a leader who's telling you, no, that's wrong. What you're doing is right.
Yeah, you appreciate that, because I do live in that world. And for example, I explained to Sandra when we first met, I go, listen, kids are not first, relationships not first, nothing is first. The only thing that's first for me is real estate. Yeah. Real estate is everything to me. And I explained it to her. I didn't just say real estate, everything, you mean nothing to me. I explained it to her. I go, because it's going to pay for our house. Yeah. It's going to pay for our kids. It's going to pay for our vacations. It's going to pay for the things that you want out of life. And it's going to pay for whatever I want out of life, right? And so unless I put real estate first, how's it going to pay for all of that?
Exactly.
It does pay for all of that. So we have to put it first. And then all you need to do at that point in time, if there's somebody that you want to keep in your life and you don't want to boot them out, because if you want to boot them out, it's easy. You just say, yeah, I don't have time for you, right? They go, okay, I'm out of here, right? But if you say, listen, I want to spend all the time with you. I would love to spend more time with you, but I got to do this now so we can enjoy the time later on and not just enjoy it, sitting in a tent. I want to take you to the finest restaurants, take you to the finest hotels, and I want to treat you. And I know you treat your parents really freaking well and for everything that they've done. I know you spend a lot of time with them and your girlfriend. Oh, just to answer that question, the simple solution, just set goals with them. Yeah. Ask them, honey, if I make $1 million this year, what would you like to spend it on?
It's good for your life partner.
That's all you have to do.
Sometimes you have like your like really close friends, like Shawn, for example. You're starting out, right?
Exactly.
As you get more busy, your friends are gonna be like, they're literally gonna think you hate them or something.
That's what's happening.
Like, I've gone through this, right?
Yeah,
with my close friends, it's not a problem because they understand. But other friends who are close, but maybe not like like your brother close. Yeah, they literally think you hate them.
No, you have to explain,
and you explain it, but they don't understand it. And I feel like a lot of people will go under the circumstance of going backwards and saying, okay, you know what, maybe they got a point. Maybe I should go, I don't know, to the club tonight. Versus, no, that's the wrong fucking thing to do.
Exactly.
You were on fire. You're on a track. You're actually getting help by someone who's telling you how to do life. And then,
so what's going to happen is those guys, you're going to be saying, hey, oh my God, I just sold another house. Oh my God, I just sold 3 houses. Oh my God, I just sold 15 houses this month. Oh my God, I just earned this income. Oh my God, I just bought this watch. Oh my God, I just bought this car. And then the only thing that happens is they start looking up to you. And there's 2 things. They either start looking up to you or they start envying you. The people that start envying you and start talking a little bit behind your back or making you feel guilty or start saying,
making you feel guilty,
need to cut them off. Hey, you know what? It was nice, but not anymore.
I have done that. Yeah. That's the only solution.
You got to cut them off.
No, it's actually, so to be honest, it's so much easier when you understand that they're on the wrong track. Yeah. It's actually so easy to be like, dude, I loved you. We had a great time. Like, we enjoyed college years together, whatever. But we're just not seeing eye to eye.
I'm not a 9-to-5er.
I stopped pleasing people and able to actually be able to please myself first and my actual loved ones. And then my really, really sphere of influence, like, Hans, my really good friends, and things like that.
Parents, yeah.
Other than that, who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
Well, the reality is the people who are helping you achieve your goals, your dreams, and trying to help you become who you want to become, the future Sam,
Yeah.
right? Who you want to become, those people are truly your family.
Yes, exactly.
Those are the ones who are blessing you on a daily basis, who are helping you up every day, who are saying you can do it, who are motivating you and picking you up when you're getting down.
Yeah.
The ones that are trying to hold you down, those are crabs in a bucket.
Yeah.
And you don't want to be surrounded by a bunch of crabs in a bucket because you'll never get out. And then all of a sudden your life is done. And then you're going to look back at 50, 60, just being a grumpy, old, bitter man saying, what the F? And then if you stuck around with those friends, you're just going to be
You'll hate yourself.
You're going to hate them too?
Yeah, I had a really, really, really good friend in the beginning of my career, and the first year was fine. And then I think by the time I got to my second year, going to my third year, I started seeing her less, and she's just a really, really good friend, right? And then you just notice the pressure that's on to cater to a friend, and I'm like, that's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Right? And it's just nothing is enough.
Yeah.
And they'll eat you right up. All your energy, your time, your vibration, whatever you're trying to actually, make happen in life.
Momentum.
Yeah.
They'll strip it right out of you to their level. And if you allow that, you're done.
Yeah.
I think with the biggest thing in sales and like what you've taught me is laser focus, man.
Yeah.
Keep your head down and keep working. Don't get your head bloated.
Yeah.
Just keep going.
Yeah.
Don't listen to the outside voice, right?
No.
Yeah, and I think that's
There's
the greatest
There's
lesson.
a lot of them out there, right?
It could be the closest people, right? So you just got to believe, you got to know who, I guess, you want to choose to listen to. So, for example, if I'm joining your team, I'm listening to you, right? So that's my decision, right? And so far, been pretty fucking good.
Not bad.
We've had a pretty good ride.
Not bad at all.
Too shabby.
But to get back to those people who could be closest to you, the key for all you guys out there is you need to become aware.
Aware. Yes.
If you're not aware this is happening, you just don't understand it because you're not even thinking it's possible. So you just need to look and become aware that this could be happening, and it could be the anchor that's holding you down, and you need to snap that anchor. And then all of a sudden, you're going to feel this feeling of freedom, and all of a sudden your potential, your true potential, that shining star is going to start coming through. And so that's where we set a lot of people free on this team, is we start cutting those ties that they have in their own brain of what they can accomplish or what they thought they could accomplish. And we start changing that thought process that they can accomplish everything they dreamed of, everything they thought to, everything that your mommy said when you were a little kid that you can become whoever you can become. Then the world told you that you couldn't. No, your mommy was right.
Yeah.
Your dad was, your mom, I don't know about your dad, but your mom was right. Could be your dad too. Hopefully it was your dad too. Both of you was both of them supporting you that way. But they were right. You can do it. It's possible. You just got to surround yourself with eagles.
Yeah.
If you surround yourself with eagles, you'll become an eagle. You surround yourself with turkeys, you'll become a turkey.
Yeah.
Period.
And one more thing, one more angle I think is important to consider is, besides your sphere of influence, it's going to be the influence of social media, for example, right? So many times, like for example, I know what I'm doing and I know how many hours needs to be done to get a certain result, whatever that is, based on our goals. Yeah. Someone comes into the office, they see something on social media, a video has gone viral because it's funny, it's made people laugh.
Yeah.
And now that character on social media may become or look like a pinnacle of who you should be.
Yeah.
But in reality, it's so false. It's been falsified, and it could make people, especially in sales or real estate or any business, feel like crap. It's like, no, just keep your head down, keep working, and listen to your own goals, and don't let anyone else interfere. I don't care if that guy's video got 1 million views. Did it make him $1 million?
Probably not.
Probably not.
Probably not.
No.
Yeah, most definitely not, right? And we see it in transactions.
Yeah, I mean, you can't focus. It's a simple concept. Just because one person jumps off the bridge doesn't mean you should.
You should too,
right?
Exactly.
Stay focused. If what you're doing is working, make small adjustments. Don't be a rabbit. Don't jump from one thing to the next thing to the next thing. Stay focused. Make small adjustments. Make sure you're improving your business, seeing better results on a monthly or yearly basis. Some cases, it's a yearly basis.
You versus you.
Yeah. Yeah, and you see where you were last year to where you are this year, and there should be an improvement of some kind. You might not notice it because your expectations might be through the roof, and so you're not even noticing how well you've achieved something and how far you've come in a short period of time because you said, like I said, in my first year, I'm going to do 100 deals. But, mine was easy. I did nothing in my first year. So compared to 100, that was an easy, there's a major problem there. And that almost over expectation almost knocked me out of the business. So just watch yourself, watch what you did one year, watch what you did in the other year, and be reasonable. Make logical decisions, not illogical decisions. In business, what just happened for us right now in real estate, we had a downturn market compared to a peak market. Now, a peak market is always should be your natural best year ever. And you had your best year ever. But you can't then say, oh, now that we're in a total total down market and interest rates have skyrocketed. Sales have dropped by 70% across the board. That means 70% of all people less transactions in the entire country are down. And you're sitting there, oh, I should have doubled my business. Like, so where's the thought process? There's a thought problem here with the thought process. Where's the connection? It doesn't connect. So don't be so hard on yourself. Make the adjustment. If it's 70% and your business, if the market dropped 70% and your business only dropped 50%, did you have a better year than the market? Sure. That's what they do. So you got to be thinking of it that way as well, right? And so they focus.
That's even what banks do. Like when
stock market does.
Yeah, they do quarterly analysis. They'll see kind of where they stand, where they think.
Yeah. And now what you want to do is on an uptrend again. So we have another peak market that'll be coming up in probably 2025, right? Can you snap what you did in 2022 and smash it in 2025? That's what's going to be the true test. And that's where you're going to be like, wow, how did I get to this point? And then the climb starts all over again. The loop sort of starts all over again in any business and all business. Sam, always good having you on the show. Good to see you. We love this guy. This guy's phenomenal. He's our number one guy on our team, on the Hans team. You guys should be getting onto this team and getting taught by this guy. He knows our systems inside and out. He teaches them better than anybody else on this team. And everyone that's surrounding with him is getting a lot of success. So, follow Sam Negotiates on his Instagram. Just look him up. Go to our team and set up a meeting with him. DM him and join up on his team. And he's going to start showing you how you can be successful using our system, the Hans team system, getting yourself to, not a $250,000 kid, but a $500,000 kid. And Sam's done that very, very fast, and faster than anyone else I know in this industry. So great stuff, Sam. Good having you on the show.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
Teamwork makes the dream work. All right.
Yes.
So that's Shawn Medi, awesome. The 250K protege.
Yes, and that is Hanzo, the real estate mentor. We will see you next week.
We're supposed to do